so much.
Well, now that we've got...
Strike a pose!
Ready, go! Don't be scared! Did Catherine really give us the right address? She lives here? Not that there's anything wrong with this place.
You know, it's common courtesy to make sure the homeowner isn't...
Okay, when did Poppy go to thin air become all...
I was just out on a shopping trip. I used to have a much wider range of choices. Not at all. As long as you have...
Oh, sounds like you're really struggling to cope.
How rude. Questioning... It's not like I have a... Besides, I'm sure I could...
Ah, there it is. You don't...
Not yet, maybe, but... Let me first be clear.
Sorry! We're sorry! Please don't be... Yeah, exactly! Hang on a sec, you weren't exactly holding back either.
My help?
Don't worry, it's nothing that serious. It's just very specific.
Oh? Well, so tell me. I see. I knew you couldn't have come home. After all, I was... But...
How come? It sounds like...
True, but although I am no longer required to play the role... Centuries of pretending to... Of course, that can't be undone now. But at least I can say that I know...
Paimon can understand, but... This is just a...
Whether it's a one-off or if I make an exception to the rule now, so I'm not going to perform.
Okay, guess there's no convincing you. Well, is there anything else we... Do you know any other actors who might be...
Nope.
Short and to the point?
I've never been great, since I'm just an ordinary person now. True, but...
Well, is there
Have I not made myself clear?
It's all right, Furina. Paimon just... Yeah, I guess that's all...
Toodle...
It's too bad, but we have to respect Furina's decision. Maybe the thought of performing brings up too many painful memories now. Huh? What's going on? Are they arguing?
That's besides the point. I'll ask you again.
You didn't need to say it. We've known each other
And that gives you the right to make a
Shortly after you left, the troupe's lead actress came to the... Excuse me, but can you both...
Sorry. I was just dealing with the...
Sadly, it's a no from her.
I see. You see, our leading lady has just
Oh, right! Sounds like everything worked itself out then. Yeah, she'd be livid. We'd get the scolding...
Jeez, is late.
Only joking, calm down. So, despite the fact that we failed to complete the...
Look, this is the last chance we have, though. So, are you absolutely
Yes, I'm completely I share every one of us.
You're right. I'm sorry.
All's well that ends well. Sounds like the show will go on. Sure.
was just passing by because I realized All right, I'm coming.
Furina? Didn't you say you were gonna take a rest at home? What are you doing?
I was just... When you came to talk with me earlier, and all before I even... I'm sorry.
Oh, it's totally fine. Paimon didn't take it.
You really... I felt very sheepish. But in any case...
Yeah. When they said they were gonna ask...
There's no need to... I was wondering... If the difficulties are purely financial, then there must be a solution. Everyone seems so devoted to the troupe. I'm sure...
We all want to believe that. Everything's been going downhill ever since...
Her name was O'Reilly, and she was the founder...
What?
That's actually how I recognized these two. It was all thanks to their efforts that the troupe... But still...
She was a loyal fan of your performances, lady. She rallied many people around. People loved our
And then disasters.
Yeah. After that, none of us know anything about script writing. It's agonizing. But ultimately...
Oh.
I suppose it's fair to say then...
Yes, exactly.
Well, good thing I followed the Traveler here. I know what you're thinking, but I by no means plan. I can, but only...
Oh, most...
We unfortunately don't...
I don't need something I've begun to... The law only judges... What about all the unresolved... An interesting answer. But if you ask me, I think all emotion shall ultimately return home to the heart and slowly settle with the passage of time. Take, par exemple...
So, you just want to get back in on the...
No. This is a complete...
The name's not Swine, it's Pop...
Would you be willing to join me?
Thank you all so much. Our director was a All right, follow me. Lady Furina?
What's Lady Furina doing here?
Hello all. Allow me to... These two over here are the ones that made it possible. You bet! That was the trial of the...
You helped bring our director's murderer.
Oh, please don't mention...
So, you were saying...
Yeah, that's the name of our final show. It's an unfinished... One of our greatest regrets is that she...
Wait, but if it's not finished...
Yeah, we've been battling issues on every front. The protagonist of the story is a young... She longed to live just like any other human. But one day, her true identity...
So far, so good.
That's one of the issues we've been trying to deal with. We need a proper ending so we can bring this music...
We still haven't decided between us.
By true to life.
Yeah, but then there's the question...
Exactly. A lot of the time, people come to watch a show just hoping for some light entertainment. And one last thing. The first is Paulo, who plays the protagonist. The other is Villemont, who plays the main antagonist. He did write to us, promising that he'll be there.
Although...
What opportunity?
Our director was constantly singing your praise.
I suspect that one by one...
Makes sense. He went back to Poisson.
I thought the last...
Yeah, maybe he could use some...
Poisson... Nothing. I suppose my presence will be indispensable. So, allons-y.
If I remember correctly, this is where he's staying.
Who is it?
It's me.
You came all the way.
All right.
Nice try.
Okay then.
So, as expected,
The ending is one of the most even once he's done.
Someone told me they'd just seen you in Poisson. I assumed it was a case of mistaken identity, but... So, you're here for Paolo? Look...
Oh, it's okay. We can just wait here.
Thank you for being so considerate, Miss Navia. That sounds wonderful. Get over here, you!
how are things in Poisson now?
Things are on the mend, but it's a slow process.
I'm... so...
Please, must our we all have painful memories. And if you're trying to...
Thank you for your words of... But for now, at least...
It's okay. Which brings me to why I'm here. To avoid upsetting the peace, I told the townspeople it's not a perfect solution, but...
That's so thoughtful of you, Navia.
Well, what do you expect? Anyway, that was all. Look after her now.
Off we go then. Let's take a look. I don't have any friends. I'm so grateful that Miss Navia was so understanding. To be it's always easiest to just run away from your problems.
So that's...
Yeah. I'd be lying. Still, I felt it was something I had to do. I'd be overjoyed if the people here could find it in their hearts to forgive. Yeah, I can tell people are watching me. I'm sure some people here see the idea of someone coming to Poisson dressed as the Hydro Archon as extremely disrespectful. I used to be terrified of the...
I'm not surprised you're making yourself go through all of this.
I can't let myself see...
Look! There seems to be a crowd gathering over there.
Probably time we made a move. How about we check out Spina di Rasula's ship? I'm sorry.
We don't mind. It's...
Great. Well, I don't know whether you can tell. As I stand here by the ship, one after another, they thought their god would protect them. And all the while, but then the floodwaters.
You shouldn't look at it like that. You were only
I've had to go through. Eventually, I realized, fortunately, everyone rose to, but,
Paimon would have never imagined...
reward? I guess so. And back then, I didn't eat. I was scared if someone believe in the Furina. I had to keep all my feelings. That's what I...
So that's where you were...
Could you please get off my case? I don't know what's gotten into you today. At least the All right.
Sure. Okay, let's...
Didn't you say you needed to watch what you eat? You're supposed...
Come on. It's not every day we... Anyway, my character doesn't need...
Are you kidding me right now? It's not... I've spent my whole life battling the effects of ill health, and it kills...
Oh no. Looks like... We're back! Could you maybe put your different...
You're back. We've been enjoying Paulo's nearly...
Great! So you...
Me? I'm an
He was originally supposed to take...
The boar's not a bad character, actually. He's the one who raises the little Ocean.
That's right. He has some pretty memorable... If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no...
Wait, that sounds kind...
It's the most important line in the whole She kept... It was only after she was gone.
You mentioned earlier that...
Yeah. I was born... I spent some years taking... It was like that until the director... She took me under her wing. Taught me to both...
She sounds like a really...
She really was. She gave everything... I was a lost child. The other kids were always picking fights with me. They'd say things like... One day, I got beaten up...
Let me guess.
Yeah.
The day you hoped would never come.
Oh, you're finally done? Get your butt over here.
Furina? The Furina?
Please.
Same here!
Even so, this is just... Oh, wow. Yes, the script, of course. Let me... I'm sure you're already familiar with the beginning of the story. She finds love and friendship in the bus. The people start to notice that all the fresh water in the little Oceanid, Cleo, and her lover... In the end, they discover that all the waste and pollution created...
Consciousness?
Water as a
Since the little Oceanid is a water spirit, she immediately Her lover accepts her for who she... The little Oceanid is accused of being directly responsible for driving the water away.
And then?
In the end, she makes the brave
Huh? But didn't they all treat Cleo like a villain?
Well, she mainly wanted to save her lover.
Through her love for her human partner.
There's actually something... You know the protagonist is supposed to represent the... If we're serious about dedicating... What about if...
That sounds like too cruel of an...
That ending would be a perfect mirror to Director Aureli's death. On the day when she went missing, Director Aureli had... We waited and waited at the rendezvous. We looked for her. The Gardamex looked for her.
The director was the kindest...
But...
I've been trying to follow up on that ever since.
Vilma? The one...
Yeah. He's been over...
Grief? Killed. Because...
What?
It's time to be upfront with you all. No more... I did tell her how I felt once. She said that we were all like brothers and sisters. Not that it came as a shock, or... I said, maybe one day in the future. Well, maybe then, and now. So if I'm the one writing this...
In that case, we've all had our differences of opinion over the ending.
Well, if that's where we're at...
Are you ready to face the...
Honestly, I'm slightly terrified. Funny you should ask.
I certainly do. Come on, everyone.
this is tough going.
Ugh, as if this journey wasn't tough enough.
Don't worry. We should all be fine with the traveler here. Wait.
We're just curious, that's all.
Yeah, but don't you remember why? The Hydro Archon willingly gave up all—
Precisely. As much as it pains me, unfortunately, I should just...
That sounded so smug. Ugh, secondhand embarrassment is.
C'est la vie. Aww.
Sorry to leave—
Don't worry, peace.
There is no escape.
Yoo-hoo! Time to shine.
Torn to oblivion.
Yuglei, you're up. Yes.
Strike a pose. Let my name echo and stop.
Illusion shattered. Now you shall perish.
Bravo! Good show. You certainly live up to your reputation.
Yeah, thank you. Anyway, the path is cleared now, so onwards and upwards.
Don't be scared.
Vilma!
Huh? Oh, it's you guys. Wait, what's the—
I can explain. We've been...
So, you think knowing the truth about— If I open this can of worms now,
Viamant, avoid— Unless you mean to suggest—
I don't want to talk about it.
Listen, Viamant. I used to think that my love for Aurelie was a point of shame, but now I've made up my mind. The little Oceanid cannot—
As you all know already, the troupe was kept afloat not from ticket sales, but donations from the audience. We took on side jobs when we weren't performing. So, anyway, one day after a show, a merchant came to me and offered— It seemed like a win-win. So, the drink in question was—
Isn't that the drink paddled by the culprit behind the cereal?
I freaked out when I saw the boxes. But she didn't reprimand me for making the decision without The merchant was furious. I was going to sort it on my own, but the director stopped me. But things only got worse from there. I admit this whole thing was my mistake. I didn't dare to tell any of you the truth back then, and after the director disappeared, yeah, I got Aurelie killed.
Hey, don't say that.
You traitor! What do you mean? You were afraid? This was a life and death— How could you be so
Please, try not to get too worked—
Yeah, listen.
Stay calm. How— And he has the gall to try and high-road us, claiming that he kept his mouth—
All I can say, I'm just a coward who made an awful, terrible mistake that I can never take back in my life.
Get out of my sight!
That's enough! Can you stop conflating the show on stage with— You keep saying that you want—
I'm sorry.
On stage, the lead role is the focal point of the audience. But in her own life, What she wanted was to build. I understand why you're.
Yeah.
So think hard about if you really hate each other and can't reconcile you, but you can't bring yourself to do that. What are you laughing at?
Sorry, I didn't mean it that way. If she'd seen Paulo and Vilm...
Really? But she sounded like such a
Of course she was. Even her harshest
I'm truly sorry.
It's all right. Let's say.
So,
Clearly, everyone needs to. The end of the story needs to focus.
what do you mean?
The traveler is right. If you could find any.
You really think that's possible?
I trust that nobody.
No.
Well,
Come, let's.
You want to review some recovered... Still, since you were the ones who
So, this is.
Hey! It's full of script lines!
Let me take a look. Maybe. Aha! Looks like she kept a detailed record of her. If we'd had the chance to examine this.
Lachey took so many lives.
I guess O'Reilly must have written all of this. Wait. Her handwriting here. Her final words are. I'll let you read them.
She was so terrified.
She may have been a mighty hero in the eye. I can't bear to think how painful. Wait. If you become human.
Isn't that the most important line?
Because I am an.
Oh.
So she didn't regret her decision. I'm sure this is what she had their utmost. Yep.
She deserves a hero's farewell.
even in the last moments of her life.
She did her best to we know what choice our little Ocean...
I will channel all my regret and I won't ask...
Really? How can you be so sure?
Don't underestimate my experience. If you want to and aren't human, I don't believe anybody could be more committed to bringing...
Thank you for the...
Then, let's...
Actually, before that, I'd like during the curtain call.
Huh? But then...
After all, besides...
Well...
All right. I'll...
Procure a stage?
Oh, it's okay.
That place?
Whoa, wait.
No, that's...
What are you afraid of?
No.
It is supposed to be your grand finale.
I'll take your silence as a yes. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. It really is a dream come true.
Well, then don't disappoint me. If you mess this... Come on. We'll need to get the go-ahead from Nervilette. Look at that! Looks like I guessed right.
You were just guessing?
I knew you'd be here.
I'm here merely for a short break. It has been a while, Miss Furina. And you...
I would like to book the opera...
I understand. The process for booking the opera... The story of the little Oceanid... I will say, however...
Huh? Oh...
Yes. And this is the first...
At first, I just felt bad. In the past, we sat... Maybe it's because I finally...
I am truly delighted to see... Now that you've regained some confidence...
Why...
Well, if the little Oceanid turns out to be a great success, the experiences and decisions of the protagonist, Cleo, it would truly be a...
Haven't I already... Nor do I... This experience... I
see. I sincerely hope the show will serve as...
Thanks, Nervilette.
You are very...
Good news, everyone! Thanks to my eloquent and impassioned speech, we've had to fight a touching story. Now, let's...
The sooner we can finalize... Fiamma and I just went over some parts of the script and tweaked a few...
Wow, you two have...
Communication is vital to any good
It's amazing! Even though Furina's still...
Please feel free to give us any comments or suggestions you have. We really value your input.
Hey, Loic, get over...
Cursed Cleo. She stole the waters of life from us. She's a fraud, and she must pay for her crimes.
This has nothing to do with her.
This guy could be useful.
Leave this place, oh little Ocean.
everyone's really throwing themselves into the... If only...
What should we do? It's almost...
Hey, what's going on? You're... Oh no, not again.
They've been
What? I thought they...
I figured.
How could you do this to yourself?
I'm sorry.
You...
Miss Furina?
Say no more. Loic, your character has...
Oh, yeah.
Please take Delphi back.
Thank you, Miss Furina.
Never mind. No one likes regrets. Leave it to me. I've watched you rehearse.
I do not doubt your act. What, in your opinion?
It's her pure heart, despite all...
Well said. I leave Director O'Reilly.
Is she here yet?
Will she get here?
She's not coming!
You're wrong. She's here.
Si je pouvais vivre dans l'eau, le monde serait-il plus beau? Me pardonneras-tu, ô chère mère? L'eau dans son courant fait danser nos vies, et la cité elle est nourrie, ainsi que toi, mon doux amour.
But what about your wish?
My... wish...
If you become human, you can reveal your secret to no one. You will face suffering and loneliness. Is this truly what you want?
Le grand amour ne suffit pas, seul un adieu fleurira. C'est notre histoire de vie, douce et amère. Moi, je suis, serai toujours là, à voir le monde et s'inventer. Et ça ne changera jamais, jamais.
Is it just me? Or was that Lady Furina on the stage just...
She hasn't been seen for a while. Gotta say, though, her acting skills...
The Little Oceanid, Cleo, played by Aurélie Fumont.
Wait, that's not her name.
I don't know. Maybe it's...
I've spent a lot of time out of this. It's too bad that... Still, it felt good.
Finally, we would like to give a special thanks to our artistic consultant and event coordinator, Miss Furina.
Hey! That's not what we agreed on!
Oh, so she's back.
Honestly...
All right, calm down, don't be mad. This was a group decision. We just didn't want your contributions to go unacknowledged. After all, it's...
Yes, I know.
It's no big deal. What's the word?
Oh, yeah? Well, since...
This is a great chat and all. Paimon flew over to where she was supposed to...
Oh, I've got no idea what happened there. I'll bet the audience has never seen...
Wait, what about Dolphy?
Oh, let's go check on her.
Yes. Plus, if nothing else...
You're back. She's doing okay. Her condition stabilized after taking some of her original...
How did the performance...
You'll be glad to know...
That's wonderful. I'm so sorry.
No, don't worry about it. Even though you couldn't see it...
Well, I've had bad luck at...
Blaming your bad luck again, are we?
Oh, don't you...
Aw, you too clear...
I don't...
You mean we never...
So, any plans? After the brilliant performance, you could capitalize.
No, we...
Yeah.
After all that's happened, I should give you guys some space.
Hey, don't just walk off!
I still want to keep performing, so I might join another troupe. After watching Miss Furina's performance...
You should do it.
Oh, so now What about you, Miss Furina?
Well, frankly, I think you rather sealed my fate there with your special thanks at the...
Sorry.
It's quite all right. No need to apologize. Maybe Nervilette was... I still don't wish to pretend to be someone else. Yeah. There was one, but from now on, I want to watch them blossom. I'm sure that...
Sounds like you're ready to stop running from your The more you get out into the world, the more you'll discover...
If a vision is a gift, then I should do...
I'm just finishing packing up. As soon as I'm done, thanks to all your help, but most of all...
I mean, of course...
There'll be plenty of opportunity...
Now that the buzz is worn off...
It's ironic, and now that the gods have given us...
Hmm.